Such anomalies raise a related set of questions, one more apropos for the social sciences than the natural sciences. How does science respond to ideas that might violate our scientific norms and expectations? Does the scientific community fear embracing dark ideas from outsiders, especially if the ideas may not be in a form that the community is comfortable with, if they do not fit seamlessly into our theories and expected practices? At the turn of the last century, the discovery of black-body radiation found in most objects that appeared to not emit light was a theoretical catastrophe for classical physics, given nonsensical predictions that are not seen in experiments. But when German physicist Max Planck embraced the reality of the black body, he turned electromagnetic theory on its head, and the quantum revolution was born. Is it possible that the theoretical anomalies we now confront will yield a comparable scientific revolution? If so, who is likely to motivate it? Regardless of our ability to create the most abstract mathematics and come to know truths beyond our five senses, as humans, we are limited by our social and psychological conditioning. In this book, we will go beyond the current conceptual and scientific sociological paradigm into uncharted and sometimes risky conceptual territories. What lurks beyond the black hole singularity in our galaxy and before time existed at the Big Bang? How did cosmic structure emerge from a chaotic and featureless evolving early universe? What is the role of dark energy and dark matter in the universe? Is there a hidden link between the emergence of life and the laws of physics? These are questions on the boundary of what we know. Answering them may call into question the theories that constitute our knowledge. If we are to answer them, we must ask whether the scientific community is able to incorporate into its activities non-traditional members, outsiders more likely to see beyond our current theoretical horizon. Further, is the scientific community, as it is now structured, able to empower these outsiders to break new ground? I want to bring you with me as I try to take on some of these questions. To do this effectively, I will provide both the necessary background and the conceptual tools needed to understand a bit of established physics. My discussion is based on three fundamental principles that underlie all known physics. A grasp of them will enable us to understand some of the problems at the borders of what physicists think they know and understand. I will be frank, sometimes controversial, and deliberately engage in some of my own wild speculations. This is not just a book about what we know in physics, but a book that explicates the frontiers of physics, a book about how physics is done. Much that is taught and written about physics expresses what we know already. This book presumes that the process of doing physics is different than the process of learning the physics we know already. The first explores what we do not yet know, while the second transmits what others have learned previously. Here, while some of the latter is necessary, there are certain things that must be shared. Our focus is on how we might think about what we do not yet know. Crucial is a simple insight. A responsibility of physicists is to apply what we know already in new areas of inquiry, to transform and extend our knowledge. Great teaching in physics helps us do physics, not simply learn the physics we know already. This means learning physics has to enable us to work at the boundary of what we know, or, in rare cases, to go beyond those boundaries, or even reconstruct the very framework of our knowledge. If this book is successful, it will help you understand what it means to be creative in theoretical physics. Often, when I'm stuck on a problem, of the physics variety or the personal one, I make a pilgrimage to the northern coast of my birthplace, Trinidad and Tobago. There is something that feels unspeakably out of body about trekking through the lush 60-mile stretch of the deep green mountain range overlooking Las Cuevas Bay.